The Giants signed a quarterback last night, and even though this channel is focused on the team from Chicago, the name itself isn't the most important part. What truly matters is how this move could significantly impact the Bears. The question is this good news? Or is it a bad sign? Maybe both? Let's dive into all the angles that might come up in this discussion. We're one step away from hitting 120,000 subscribers, an incredible milestone that reflects all the support from each of you. We appreciate everyone who follows our content, whether you've been with us for a while or you're just joining now. If you've already subscribed, your contribution to helping us reach that goal means a lot. Reaching 120K would be amazing, and everyone involved in producing this content would be incredibly grateful. And remember, it's completely free to support us. With that in mind, let's get into the main topic. The Giants signed a quarterback to a one-year deal worth $21 million, with $10.5 million guaranteed. We're not going to focus on the Giants side of things. This space is dedicated to the Bears, but that move could affect the NFL draft, particularly the top picks, since a specific player had been linked to New York. Will they still go after him or not? The central concern for Chicago fans is how many quarterbacks could be picked before the Bears make their selection, considering they don't need another QB. That's the line of thinking here. So, the Giants bringing in this quarterback, after already signing another, suggests they now have two competitive options. That likely means they won't be taking the New York linked player with the third overall pick, unless another team jumps in before them, which is still a possibility. Current trends show that the teams sitting in the second spot might lean toward a different player. But we still have about a month until the draft, and a lot can happen between now and then. Teams are evaluating scenarios. What if a player doesn't go third and drops to 10th? That opens the door for a top talent to fall. So it's essential to be ready for anything. What can we predict about Shader Sanders' draft? We go top 9? Or could the Bears pass on him? There's a scenario where they trade down, which deserves some analysis. If Shader slips past the third pick, he could fall to 10th. For those in favor of trading down, this could be a great opportunity, assuming there's a QB teams really want. But that's not guaranteed. Teams might try to move up from the 8th or 12th pick, depending on who's available. A franchise in the 14th or even 20th spot might be motivated to trade up for Shader Sanders. Looking at the top 10, will he really fall to 10? There are teams in desperate need of a quarterback like the Titans and Browns. But the Browns might skip on a QB with their second pick. They might not feel secure enough with Shader. The Giants are in a similar position. They could start the season with what they have, but lack long-term answers. They may still target a QB, or they could go another direction. The Patriots and Jaguars aren't in the market for a QB. They have Drake, May, and Trevor Lawrence. The Raiders made a move for Geno. There's talk of a contract extension, but nothing confirmed yet, so their situation is murky. The Jets made a significant investment in Justin Fields for 2 years, but if they're serious about Shader, they'll consider it. The Falcons are an interesting case. They gave big money to Kirk Cousins last year and still drafted another QB. The Panthers don't seem sold on Bryce Young long-term. They have plenty of roster holes, so another quarterback might not be their priority. As for the Saints, there's potential. Derek Carr seems like a bridge quarterback. They could bring in Shader with an eye toward 2026. The Bears, of course, won't draft a quarterback. They took Caleb Williams last year. So now it's worth asking, who could trade up in the draft? The Seahawks have been linked to QB interest, but just signed Sam Darnold. If they're still interested, they'll factor that in. The Steelers may consider it too, depending on how they feel about Rodgers. What about the Rams? Stafford's on a year-to-year deal, and playing under Sean McVay in LA could be an attractive situation for any QB. McVay might see value in grooming a successor. There are also rumors about players who might be picked between the 2nd round and 10th overall. The Browns could take Carter, then trade up to 10. They have a surplus of draft capital. The Giants might try something similar. But going from 33rd or 34th to 10th would require a massive package. A future first-rounder, multiple picks this year, and maybe one next year too. That's a steep price for a team like the Rams, picking 26th to move up. It's hard to imagine the Bears stepping out of the first round entirely. But they could get serious compensation from the Giants, especially if pairing Travis Hunter and Shader Sanders is in play. They could trade down, then trade back in. With 2 second-round picks already, they're well-positioned. If the Giants jump from 33 or 34 to 10, the Bears would get at least one future first-round pick, possibly more, plus extras this year and next. Trading out, then back in, is feasible, but it's unlikely the Bears would exit the first round without making a selection. So this could be good news, a trade down to maximize value if Shader drops to 10. We'll get into the negative side soon, but first, a quick note. If you're trying to cut spending, save more, start a college fund, or budget for a car or house, cutting unnecessary costs is key. A personal finance app can help. It shows all your subscriptions in one place, highlights what you're paying monthly, and helps you cancel with a few taps. Most people think they're spending 62 Brazilian reals a month on subscriptions, but the real number is closer to 300 Brazilian reals. That adds up to thousands over the year, half of it on things you may not even use. This app simplifies cancellation, shows your credit score, sends bill reminders, and more. Over 5 million users have saved more than 500 million Brazilian reals in canceled subscriptions. Many users save up to 740 Brazilian reals a year. So stop wasting money. Check it out now. Back to the Bears. There's a world where Shader falls to 10. That opens a trade-down opportunity. But there's also a risk a player you hope would fall might not. That means a non-QB prospect the Bears really want could be gone. Let's run a hypothetical. Cam Ward goes to the Titans. Abdul Carter to the Browns. Travis Hunter to the Giants. Patriots take a tackle, say Mimu. Mason Graham heads to Jacksonville. Raiders take Ashton Gentry. Jets grab Tyler Warren. Mike Green to Carolina. Tito McMillan to the Saints. You could still go with Will Campbell, who I think is a solid pick. And let's examine one scenario, starting with Mimu. Mason Graham lands in Jacksonville. Raiders take Gentry. Jets select Warren. Mike Green joins the Panthers. McMillan to the Saints. And then there's Will Campbell, super talented. On testing day, his arm length measured exactly 33 inches, a number that's gained attention. Measurements are coming in slightly longer this year, but we'll dig into that more later. The Saints might take Campbell. Then who's next? A lot can change by draft day, and both sides of this narrative have merit. Would you want Shader at pick 10, hoping a team trades up? Sure, but it's not guaranteed someone will. A safer outcome might be Shader going earlier, clearing the way for a team to take someone the Bears want. Maybe Ashton Gentry slips. Maybe Armanu or another similar profile player drops. We'll have to see how it unfolds. I don't think it's wise for the Giants to pass on Shader, but logic says they're now more flexible. That aligns with our previous chats. The Bears have bolstered both offensive and defensive lines. They're no longer locked into a specific position at 10. They can go offense or defense, depending on who they like. If Gentry's available, that's great. It seems the Giants are thinking, if they really like Shader and he's there, they'll take him. If not, they'll go best available. Maybe Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. What do you think about the Giants signing Russ? Does it help or hurt the Bears more? Type 1 for help, 2 for hurt. Personally, I'd lean toward it being more of a setback, if I had to guess. Still, there's a silver lining. If someone's desperate to move up for Shader at 10, the Bears could get serious value. My gut says Shader won't be on the board at 10. As for the draft, if I had to take a side, I'd say the risk of a setback is slightly higher. But there's still hope, especially if a team wants to trade for pick 10 to land Shader. My instinct says he'll be off the board before that. It could be the Browns at 3, Giants at 4, Raiders at 6, or maybe even the Saints at 9 making a move. It only takes one interested team. Between picks 1 and 10, there are 8 slots before Shader's fate is sealed. I believe he'll be picked. Quarterbacks tend to go early, but anything can happen in that span. These are my top 5 guys in the process. I'd love for one to be available at 10. I marked the 2 offensive linemen with an asterisk. If the Bears don't see Armin Mimu or Will Campbell as potential left tackles, things get tricky. Both are talented, but questions remain about their fit. Left guard and right tackle are set for now and probably the next few years, with Joe Thuney, Drew Dalman, Jonah Jackson, and Darnell Wright. So if there are doubts about Campbell's arm length or Mimu's lack of left tackle experience, it complicates things. Mason Graham is seen as a wild card. Gentry and Warren have chances, but it's not guaranteed they drop to 10. Odds are at least one of these players will be available. That wraps up our Bears discussion. A lot of draft buzz is swirling, especially after Mike Green's impressive testing day. There is also buzz about Will Campbell's arm length and the Bears attending Ohio State's Pro Day. Ashton Gentry's Pro Day is today. Will he run the 40? If he does, what will his time be? That's something to watch closely. We'll keep breaking it all down. Stay tuned. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A shocking rumor has begun to swirl, sending ripples of disbelief throughout the football world. Could the Chicago Bears rising star, Caleb Williams, be facing a 2-year suspension for a doping violation? The speculation emerged late last night, creating an uproar among fans and analysts alike. No official confirmation has been made, but the tension surrounding this explosive claim is palpable. Sources within the NFL have hinted at a potential investigation into the matter, but as of now, details remain scarce, leaving the public in a frenzy of questions. Williams, who was drafted first overall by the Bears in the 2024 NFL Draft, has been nothing short of spectacular on the field. With his remarkable performance in the season opener, where he led Chicago to victory over the Tennessee Titans, and his series of record-breaking games, he quickly became the face of the franchise. However, rumors of a doping issue have now cast a dark shadow over his promising career. If true, the suspension could not only halt his momentum, but severely damage his reputation and future prospects in the NFL. The whispers surrounding this alleged doping scandal seem to originate from anonymous sources close to the league's inner circle. According to these unverified reports, Williams may have been flagged for a banned substance during a routine drug test. While the specifics of the substance have not been disclosed, speculation has been rife, with fans and pundits alike piecing together fragments of information. Some believe this could be a case of a failed test, while others are suggesting foul play or a misunderstanding. Regardless, the shockwaves are already being felt across the sports community. What adds fuel to the fire is the fact that Williams' rise in the NFL has been meteoric. From setting single-season passing records at USC to securing the Heisman Trophy in 2022, his talent has been undeniable. His seamless transition into the NFL, capped by a solid rookie year with the Bears, made him one of the most anticipated quarterbacks in recent history. A doping scandal now threatens to derail everything he has worked for, leaving many to wonder if this is a case of a superstar fallen from grace or a major misunderstanding that could be cleared up in due time. As more information trickles out, the football world waits on edge. Will the rumors be confirmed, or is this merely the result of a malicious attempt to tarnish Williams' reputation? As of now, the only certainty is that the future of Caleb Williams remains uncertain, and fans will be eagerly watching for any official statement or developments that might shed light on this sensational claim. The clock is ticking, and the anticipation is building. One thing is clear: this story is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.